Welcome back to my workshop. Now, as we're stuck at home, I've been tidying up our storeroom and I found this, which is an old hardwood door. Now what I want to do, very quick video, I just want to take it apart because I can't use it, it's a funny size. Take it apart and see if there's any usable wood that I can make projects out of in the future. So let me take this apart and see if it's any good. So after about 10 minutes of chopping, I used the bandsaw, but you could quite easily have used a jigsaw or even a handsaw. Once you cut through the main struts, all these panels, none of them were stuck in, so they just come apart. And what I'm going to do now is, because all of these panels have got at least one straight edge, I'm going to run them through the table saw and square these up into just pieces of wood. Same again with all of the struts. They've got at least one flat edge, so I can chop them off. So to the table saw. Right, so that's all the loose bits cut off. Now I changed from using the table saw onto the bandsaw because some of these parts felt like I was getting a little bit of kickback. Now, if you know, kickback on a table saw is a really bad thing. So something needs setting up properly on my table saw. So for safety's sake, I moved on to the bandsaw. Right, what I've got to do now is, obviously I've got the sides cut. I've still got this taper here on both ends. I'm going to go onto the mitre saw now and chop all these lot off, and the same with the ends of these, because obviously this profile is no good to anybody, so I'm going to chop these off. So let's get on with that. Free firewood! Right, so that's all the ends squared up on all of the pieces. Now a few of them I've got dowels. Now where there's still dowels inside, I've left the dowels in there because they appear to be hardwood dowels. I'll leave those in there. But where the dowels have come out like this, I can either chop this section out in the middle, or I can chop it lengthways to cut out the hole. I think on bits like this, I'll chop it lengthways, then that way I'll save as much material as possible. So there's quite a few of those that have got to be done. On the main uprights, the stiles, again, same here. There's dowels, which I've left in, but there's obviously hinges. Now what I'll do is I'll probably be able to plane those away, so I won't do anything with those until I stick it in the planer. On the latch side, obviously here there's the latch. That's a big hole, so what I'm going to do is cut this section out in the middle, and that will save as much as possible. Right, let's chop that out and then get the planer out. So it's all been through the planer now, that's all finished, and now you can see what the wood's actually made of. And if you look at some of the pieces here, you can see some of it is actually block, so it's been made of different pieces of hardwood. And you can also tell that not all of the wood is the same. So if you look here, for example, this board, yeah, is made of two pieces, but they're slightly different colours. So obviously you can't see that when it's a door because it's all been stained, but there's quite a difference in the shades of wood. So like, for example, this piece and this piece, completely different colours. So, but overall, lots of wood in there. It's all now square and it's all ready to be used. I did leave some of the dowel holes in because obviously I don't know what I'm going to be using it for. But this is all nice and square now. Okay, so that is it. So the question was, is there any usable wood in that door? And the answer is yes, all of this lot. So if you've ever had to go to a hardware store and buy a piece of hardwood, you'll know how expensive it is. So for a little bit of work, I know I have the machinery here, but you can do it with a jigsaw and a hand plane, a normal saw. It's just that I can obviously do it a lot quicker. But all of the wood I've got, which is quite a bit, quite a considerable amount of wood. Lots of different colours, lots of different sizes, lots of different densities as well. This piece is really light. I mean, there's hardly anything to it, but some of them, they're actually quite dense. Okay, so I hope that was useful. If anyone ever tries to give you an old wooden door, yeah, take that. All right, thank you very much for watching, and you'll probably see some of this stuff in future projects. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye. But it's all good wood.